This is the video for Unit 6, Day 10, and in today's video we are going to be adding and subtracting decimals. Today's video is dedicated to Alyssa in 6B. Hi Alyssa. Alright, so let's look at our example here. We are adding two numbers, 36.38 plus 4.8. Let's look at part A. Part A asks us to estimate our answer by rounding the numbers to the nearest 1 and then adding. And the reason why we're going to estimate first is so later, once we get the exact answer in part B, we can see if our answer is close to what we thought it would be just by estimating. So first, to round a number to the nearest 1, we look at the tenths place. That's the first number after the decimal, right here. So for 36.38, right after the decimal, it's 3/10. And since that number is less than 5, it's closer to 36 than it is to 37. So we round down to 36. So 36.38 rounds down to 36. And then 4.8, 8/10 is what's after the decimal. And since 8 is 5 or greater, it's greater than 5, we're going to round up, because this means that 4.8 is closer to 5 than it is to 4. So 4.8 rounds to 5. We'll add that to 36. 36 plus 5, we'll do the math here. 5 plus 6 is 11. So we'll put 1 here, and then carry the 1, and then 3 plus 1 is 4. So 41 is our estimate. So we know once we calculate these two numbers, adding them exactly, we should get a number that's somewhere close to 41. Now let's calculate the exact answer. Let's check step 1. It says, stack the numbers and line up the decimal. So we'll do that right now, starting with 36, and then here's the decimal. 38 plus 4.8. So I know I want the decimals to be perfectly lined up. This is really important. So that we can match the place values, the decimals have to be perfectly lined up like this, and then I'll put in 4.8 here. And this is what we're adding. Step 2 says, that was step 1. Step 2 says, add any zeros to fill in the blanks. So what I mean by that is, when we look down here, we notice that there's this blank space. And we can fill this in with a 0 because 4.8 is the same thing as 4.80. I could add as many zeros as I wanted after the decimal to either of these numbers, and the number stays the same. That's step 2. And now that I have all the numbers lined up, filled in with zeros, I can add or subtract before I bring the decimal down. So we'll do that right now, starting with the right. 8 plus 0 is 8. Then 3 plus 8 is 11. So I'll put a 1 here, carry the 1 over. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. So put a 1 down here, carry the 1. And then 1 plus 3 is 4. And then I can just bring the decimal straight down. 41.18 is my final exact answer. And I can double check, is this close to what I originally estimated? 41, it is. So I know my answer is correct. Now, I want you to try problem number 1 here on the right on your own. In a second, you can pause the video and then complete the problem. And once you're done, continue the video to check your work. Go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, now you are continuing the video after you have done as much as number 1 as you can, and now we're checking our work. First part, estimate your answer. 529.9, rounding that to the nearest 1. Check the 10th place. It's a 9, so we're going to round up. So 529.9 rounds up to 530. Next number, plus 23.77. Check the number in the 10th place. It's a 7. So again, it's greater than 5. So we're going to round up. So 23.77 becomes 24. Rounds up. Add these two. 4 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 3, 5. Bring the 5 down here. 554. So I know that once I add these two numbers exactly with the decimals, I should get a number that's pretty close to 554. Now let's calculate the exact answer. First, stack the numbers, lining up the decimal exactly. So 529.9. Okay, line up the decimal. Then 23.77. 77. I'm going to add these up. You can fill in the blanks with any zeros. Okay. 7 plus 0 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. Put a 6 here, carry the 1 over. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. Carry the 1 over. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. And 5 is there. Bring the 5 over down to the hundreds place. And keep my decimal lined up. 553.67 is my final answer. I'll check my original estimate, 554. Yep, this number is pretty close to my estimate. And there's my final answer. Now, what I want you to do is, on your own or with a partner, complete the rest of page 4. And if you finish page 4 before class is over, you can try the fun challenge on page 5. So, working to finish page 4, you can log out of your computer, put your headphones away, and continue working.